Hey, all, Tom Novak with Novak Weather, and bring me the news with your weather update that's brought to you by Grand Casino of Mille Lacs and Hinckley. Thank you for sponsoring this weather video, Grand Casino. Lots to talk about, so let's get right to it. Well, talk about an interesting last couple of days here, and last month actually, when you think about it. A roller coaster ride in temperatures, and of course snow and precipitation to go along with that. And we did get quite a bit of snow over portions of Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin over the last 24 hours. In fact, take a look at the estimated snow totals now from Novak Weather and bring me the news. And you can see that the snow bullseyes were pretty close to where we were expecting them. Now, the storm system did track about 30 to 50 miles, a little bit further north and west than anticipated. Hence, the snow band moved just a touch to the north and west. So the Brainerd Lakes area, which is right here, got into some heavy snows with over 6 inches of snow up there. Same with Duluth, St. Cloud, and of course in the Twin Cities, several reports of 4 to 6 inches of snow. And then there was the ice that went along with some of the snow over southeastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin, but a healthy snow for many of us. And you can see that here on the visible satellite loop. Very interesting. Look at this. The areas of white that you see are not moving on this visible satellite loop. That's snow that is on the ground. So you can really clearly see the sharp gradient in the snow totals on the northern side of this snow band and on the southern side of this snow band. We had snow gradients of about 4 to 6 inches within about a 20 to 30 mile wide area when you consider the snow band. So definitely an interesting storm, and that visible satellite loop really helps us out when we want to see these snow bands and where they drop their snow. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures from around the region today. Now, not too tough to figure out where that snow fell over the last 24 hours, because look at this. Temperatures were kept into the upper 20s and lower 30s where that snow band is on the ground. Meanwhile, on either side of the snow band, see temperatures were in the 40s in the Dakotas, portions of western Minnesota, and then here in southeastern Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin, temperatures near or just above 40 degrees. And when we look at the temperatures now for tomorrow, still warm, or at least relatively warm, or mild at least, in Iowa and Wisconsin, but we do have some colder Canadian air that's trying to press east into Minnesota. Let's see, look at the temperatures up here in northern North Dakota and Manitoba and southern Saskatchewan. We're talking about temperatures, high temperatures in the single digits and teens tomorrow. And that cold air is trying to press to the east and southeast, and that may generate some snow showers across the upper Midwest. In fact, when we take a look at the low-level winds, now these are the winds at about 10 to 15,000 feet in our atmosphere, and we go through time. These are the winds this evening. Now look at what happens tomorrow. Look at these strong winds that are coming up out of the southwest at about 10 to 15,000 feet. We're talking about winds in excess of 60 knots. That may be just enough forcing in our atmosphere to create snow, at least a brief period of snow, across portions of southern and central Minnesota and western Wisconsin. In fact, when we look at the future radar now from the NAM 3K computer model guidance, look at how snow develops as we get into tomorrow morning over southwestern Minnesota. It's not a very large area. It's a small area of snow, and it's moving quickly. But yes, that area of snow could move right through the Twin Cities metro and southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin as we go through the late morning and early afternoon hours. And as quickly as it moved in, it moves out. But yeah, it could certainly drop at least some snow across the upper Midwest. When we look at potential accumulations now, again, it isn't going to be much. But take a look at how that real brief period of snow could drop a coating to 1 inch of snow over portions of southern and central Minnesota and western Wisconsin. So again, this isn't a big deal, but it may be just enough to create some problems on our roadways. Now, looking ahead with the extended forecast, we're looking at low-level temperatures now in our atmosphere. This gives you a good idea the roller coaster ride that we're going to have in temperatures here over the next 7 days. Take a look at this colder air now that is moving into the upper Midwest for Thursday. Here's Minnesota. This is some Arctic air now that moves into the upper Midwest later on tomorrow and into early Friday. And then we get a quick shot of warm air for Saturday and into Sunday perhaps. And then look, another shot of Arctic air coming straight out of Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Alberta hits the upper Midwest as we get into early next week. And then another warm-up towards the middle portions of next week. So needless to say, this is going to be a roller coaster ride when it comes to temperatures in the upper Midwest within the extended forecast. And here it is. Keep in mind, average temperature for this time of the year is around 41 degrees. And we're going to be below average tomorrow and Friday for temperatures, but then temperatures do warm to near or above average readings this weekend. We dip a little bit on Monday, but then I'm expecting a pretty big warm-up. It'll be interesting to see how warm we get into the middle portions of next week, but I could easily see a 50-degree reading, if not more than that, in southern Minnesota as we get into Wednesday. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great night. We will talk to you tomorrow.